Hey, this is Steve from Oldguard.
Hi, this is Richard McKenzie from Oldguard, and you're listening to Broke Neck Radio.
Hey everybody, it's Stan here from Broken Neck Radio. I am standing here in Armstrong Metalfest 2024 here in beautiful Armstrong, BC. I'm standing here with two members of the band that played second today on Friday, and this is the band Oldguard. Hey guys, how are you doing? And introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Richard McKenzie. I'm the lead singer, bass player for Oldguard.
Yeah, I'm Steve Ducker, background vocals and guitar player.
And our drummer's away at the moment. His name is Tyler Dake.
Yeah, so you guys, is this your guys' first time playing Armstrong?
As our band, yes.
Yeah.
This is the first time Oldguard's played Armstrong AMF. This is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's great. And where did you guys come from? Like, where did you guys from?
We're from Kelowna, BC.
Kelowna.
Yeah, we've been there for a while now. So yeah, I guess we can say we're originally from there, but we come from other places originally. But
And what year did the band get together, and how did it get together? That's the important part.
Well, we got together 2019. We got together. Steve and I have known each other for years. Steve was the guitarist singer for Severed Serenity.
Okay.
He also was in Thor and Empiria. And I played in various different metal bands back in the day, and as a singer. And so Steve and I have been friends for like 20 years.
So it's not your first rodeo?
No, it's not our first rodeo. We've been like friends for years.
Not.
And we were getting talking. We hadn't played in a while, either of us, in any band. We kind of I went back to college. Steve was doing his thing, and then we just kind of got talking, and we said, let's just do another go. And instead of doing death metal or thrash, let's do something more like party and some fun, but like metal. But a little going back to the 80s and 90s.
1987 meets 1990.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was the idea, because my voice is, a lot of people tend to put me in the grunge era, and then Steve's guitar tone is 100% 1987. So, yeah.
Yeah, you guys had an amazing set. It was a great way to start off today. The set that you did, all those songs that were on there, who's the principal songwriter in the band?
Steve is the one who writes all the guitar riffs and stuff.
Yeah, all the music I write, and then all the vocals, Rich.
I do all the lyrics and everything like that. We are coming out with a second album. Both of us write on that. Steve is primary, for music, and then I do all the lyrics and vocal. So then I'll tell Steve where I want harmonies and stuff like that. So
as most bands go, there's always that starting point, right? So when you guys are coming up with a song, how does that anchor point start? Like, someone will start off, he'll come up with a riff, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I've got a really good idea for some lyrics, and then you start putting the lyrics on, or do you come with him with a song, and he goes, wait, let me see if I get a riff for you?
A lot of times Steve will write up an arrangement, and he'll bring it to me, and he'll be like, I wrote this arrangement. Or I've done the same with him. The new album, there's a couple songs where I wrote some bass lines, and I was like, hey Steve, here's some bass arrangements and songs. And then we kind of group that, and then when we have a structure, I sit down, and actually a lot of times we sit in the living room with Steve, and I'll just start penning lyrics with him, and I'll bounce them off of him.
Yeah, I'll just play him some of the riffs and the music, and sometimes I send him MP3s or that kind of thing, and then he'll write the lyrics and stuff at home. So mainly I'll just sit there and I start writing the lyrics and what's going on in my head.
When you guys mentioned you got together first in you've known each other obviously for years, you mentioned, but you also mentioned that as a band you got together in 2019. How did that affect, and with your previous experience in other bands, did you find that getting together in 2019 when we had the lockdowns and the pandemic,
it ruined lots. We were planning on touring. We had a whole schedule for the next year. We were going to get together. We were going to go hit the road with an old friend of ours, some old friends of ours that were just like, yeah, I'll take you out. And then everything locked down, and literally 2 years, we just kind of sat on the same album.
In the same jam spot.
Just kind of doing the same thing just to kind of keep ourselves sane, right? So we just played the same songs, and we kind of got stuck in a funk, if you would. And when we got out there finally, when everything kind of let us free, it's just been nonstop since, right? But I think the thing that sucked the most about that is that when everything opened back up, a lot of bands were scared to take chances with going on tour, whereas some of our buddies who were like, we're going to take you with us, across North America, they're like, dude, we don't even know if we can, right? Just because there are still places that are so scared to have live acts, and so we kind of had that. It's been a bit like that, but recently it's starting to get a lot better, and we're just willing to keep pounding the pavement. We've been doing it for years. It's what we love.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like I'm an artist, so like basically I do art and music. Steve does music. That's
So it's safe to say you do the cover art for the album?
I do. Yeah. I'm any art, any
Shirts,
graphic design, all that stuff. That's done by me. I went to school. I'm a visual effects artist. I work in video games. So yeah, if it's art, I'm good. If it's outside of the art realm, I really suck at it.
So for the musicians that listen, let's do a gear check here. When you're on stage, or what gear are you using?
Steve would be the best one.
I'm using Jackson guitars. Sometimes I have a PRS collection as well, and sometimes I use the PRS, but mostly Jackson guitars. I have an EVH 50-watt head through a Marshall cab, so it's that old, Eddie Van Halen tone, but modern, and it's good.
And what about you?
I'm a LTD guy, LTD ESP LTD. So that's what the basses I run, and then my generally when I'm playing live with my own rig, it's I play Warwick. So it's a Warwick head, Warwick bass amp. The thing just has pounds when I need it, and I'm just straight up. We're more of a straight across kind of band, old school, right? Like for me on bass, it's straight in.
And what about your drummer? I know he's not here; he's missing in action. But what's he running on his kit?
Yeah, Tyler uses a Apex kit. The shells on the outside he actually customized. It was a cheaper kit, but he actually did a lot of work to it. And this looks like just totally custom kit, but and it just sounds amazing. So on its own, there's no triggers or anything. It's all natural, and it's got tons of punch, clarity. And then is he using vinyl cymbals?
I can't remember what his cymbals are actually. I would have to actually ask him.
He has a bit of everything. He has some pasties and some vinyl, and so it's a bit of everything on that kit.
I think the biggest thing with Tyler is it just hits.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those drummers that like doesn't need triggers because his swings are swings. Like
Yeah,
I
with a
wouldn't
good
want to be
swing,
in the
you
way.
can hear that snare pretty hard too.
Oh yeah,
with a good
like,
swing.
I would not want to be the guy who gets hit by his drumstick, right? For
Now
sure.
you mentioned you got a new album that you're. How far along are you on that one?
6 songs? 8 songs? 8 songs in. We're demoing them right now. Which it's basically like our process, kind of like we were saying, is we got the music, the arrangements are done. Right now, Tyler's kind of figuring out his drum parts. We've been doing some MP3s, WAV files, kind of stuff, and then I'm writing lyrics. Actually, when we get back from AMF, that's going to be my big new thing I got to do. So I got to write lyrics for the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be.
Where do you get your inspiration for your lyrics? Just shit going around, or?
Well,
Life.
life. A lot of it's life.
Crazy stories.
Crazy stories. Like I was a shit show. I'm one of those guys who makes stories. I like having fun. Like our song "Blacked Out" is about dropping 6 cents acid and going to the strippers. So and I did that. And yes, it's not
By
something.
accident.
I don't condone doing this. I did not do any illegal activities. But no, 100%. I just it's fun. It's like. It depends on the song. Sometimes I write really from the heart. Inspirations for me lyrically would be like Emily Dickinson. I'm old goth, Edgar Allan Poe, but at the same time, huge. I know it's kind of funny, but like old school Slayer. I loved old school Slayer lyrics, and I loved Megadeth. And Megadeth's like one of my favorite bands.
Mm-hmm.
So those lyrics, but I guess. One of my biggest inspirations, still have the poster above my bed, Jim Morrison. Just poetic, and that's what I try to do with when I write lyrics. I don't want them just to be. I don't want them to be so straightforward that you just know what I'm saying right away, and it's like, oh yeah, he's just blunt. Sometimes that's good, but a lot of times I like to write lyrics that you can take from it and make it your own, and find it your own place with it. And if it helps you, then that's what I want.
Awesome. And your previous album, where can people find that?
It's on Spotify, Tidal. It's on all the streaming services.
We haven't done any physical copies of it. We're still kind of tweaking some stuff, but we should have physical copies this year in a couple months here.
Yeah, we're going to start printing off some physical copies in the next couple months, and then from there, well, it'll be funny because we'll have those at the same time as we're doing the second one. But like I said, COVID kind of
hit a lot of people.
Yeah, the pandemic just kind of.
We didn't make a lot of CDs. I mean, because we had no shows to play for a couple of years, we didn't make a lot of CDs or anything up. I think we made a couple personal ones for us to listen to in the car, but yeah, I mean, there was no point making any up because we'd just be sitting on them for 2 years or however long it was going to be.
Yeah.
And speaking of shows, you got any good shows coming up after Armstrong?
Yeah, July
we got one with Sleep Circle and
psychedelic driving.
Yeah, psychedelic driving school, and ourselves on
27th,
the 27th,
and then the 31st.
We're doing Fall of Earth and 13 Goats and ourselves on the 31st, which is a Wednesday. And both of those are at Denenzi's Pizza, downtown Kelowna. So
Can anybody contending the shows expect to see any new songs maybe in your sets from upcoming album?
we're always throwing covers in there and stuff from time to time. We change that up. Like at Armstrong here, we played Green Machine by Caius, and sometimes we do Deftones, My Own Summer, and we got a couple other ones that we're working on, more 80s sound and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't actually have those in the set yet, but they are coming up pretty quick.
And then we have like Axeman that we didn't get to play today, which is one of our originals that we couldn't fit in the set with everything else. And then we've got and I think probably in the next 3 weeks, we're gonna start having a new track to throw in each month that we're gonna try to do. We're trying to get a YouTube up and running so that we can start really pushing that and start showing people more of those kind of things. And we're on all the social medias as well. I run them, and I'm not good at it. So if anyone ever wanted to try to get a hold of me, we're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Oldguard Band is generally what I have put us under. But I'll answer you. Just don't expect me to post.
So my final question obviously regards to where we're at here at Armstrong Metalfest. It's hot as fuck, but it's still a great time. If you were to give advice to any newer band that has never played Armstrong Metalfest, what advice would you give them to prepare them for their first time playing here?
Just be yourself. Just do what you do and do what you do very good. And I mean, you just kind of hound people, and people will, eventually they'll listen. And if you're a good band and you play good, and you got something going on, there's been a few bands here who have different kind of gimmicks and stuff, and you got stuff like that going on. And it's a lot easier to get noticed. And I mean, just work hard. I mean, that's the best thing about music is it's how hard you work, that gets you ahead. So as long as you're working hard, you'll always get ahead, and you'll get the gigs that you want. And you just gotta work for it.
I guess on my side, I'd just say bring a shit ton of water, like just
and sunscreen.
Sunscreen and water. I'm burnt. I'm like seriously 100% water. Sunscreen. You do not come here, and don't let a random girl write on your knuckles. Those are my advice. Also, have fun. Just fucking be a shit show. That's and everyone here is super awesome, and it's just fun. And you're around your peers. You're around the people who love you, even if they don't get your style or whatever else. Everyone's happy to see you, and I think that's. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after we went through those.
Oh yeah, after everything we went through, but it's community. You really gotta today, Lynx, I'll give a little call out to them. Like we were chatting with Lynx, they're all the way from Calgary, and me and the lead singer there, we were talking about getting set up with shows in Calgary for Oldguard.
Oh, nice.
So like it.
It's about networking too.
Yeah. So for any band that's coming out to Armstrong Metalfest, whether you're playing or not, really, like know that you're going to meet metalheads, and if you're in a band and you're here, you're going to meet people who you can network with, and you can meet new friends, create new communities, and they're long-reaching. Just really cool. Also, like with other bands that you're going to play with, you're going to find similarities there, and man, it's just going to be cool. You're like, so as long as you're a good person, I think, and like Steve said, if you work hard, awesome. But most importantly, bring a fuck ton of water.
All right, awesome, guys. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.